welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a really fun video. We're gonna be talking all about the different ways you can drastically increase your productivity to reach unlimited or never before reached success in your own life, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. The first tip, if you are really looking to increase your productivity so that you can achieve at the next level of success, is to plan your day in advance. If you wake up in the morning and you're asking yourself, what am I going to do today? Then you are wasting time, okay? Then you are wasting time, right? Because the time you are spending pondering, the time you're spending thinking and asking yourself, what am I going to do? It's time that you could have actually just been doing what you should be doing because you planned it before. So what I recommend here is planning 1 week in advance, or like planning on Sunday for that coming week, and then each night looking at what you want to do for the next day based on what you actually got done the previous day. So I do this in my personal life. I did this when I was in law school, and I still do it now with recording my TikTok, with my job, working full time, and with recording my YouTube videos. So I will make a plan. I actually have multiple plans, and maybe I'll share that with you guys. Comment down below if you would like me to do a video on what that looks like. But I have a monthly overview. So like I have a calendar or list of due dates. So with my job, because you know, with balancing all these different things, you have to keep it organized. You have to keep yourself on track. And so I'll have this monthly overview of things that I have due that month. And then within those due dates, I'll know like, okay, this is going to take me 3 hours to do it. Then I need to start this here so that I can check it here so that I can turn it in here. If I want to post 4 YouTube videos this month, then I need to film here so that I can have it edited by here so that it can be posted by here, right? So I have that monthly overview so that I know what needs to get done that month, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing, which is what I actually started talking about, is the weekly review or the weekly overview, because I think if you're not balancing as many things as I am, then the weekly overview may suffice for you. And so each week at the beginning of the week, write down what you would like to get done. So if you say, for example, I want to post 7 days a week on TikTok, or I want to post at least 2 YouTube videos, then during that week, you're going to look at your schedule, look at that week, look what you have to do, and ask yourself, okay, where do I want to fit in, or what days do I want to post? And if once you have that, then you're asking, okay, where can I fit in the recording for this? And then you're writing that down. So once you've got that down, then you're going to say, for example, you said, okay, Sunday, I planned out my week. Now, Monday is the first day, and I said that I'm going to record all 4 of my TikTok videos on Monday for Tuesday through Friday, right? So then on Monday, you would then record those 4 TikTok videos, but let's just say you didn't get it done. So then you know that you need to carry it over to another day during that week, whether the 1 you didn't get done or the 2 you didn't get done or whatever it may be. So planning out your day in advance and making sure that you're looking at what you didn't get done the day before and creating that next day plan in advance. Once again, this will eliminate the time you spent thinking. This will eliminate the time you spend, what am I gonna do today? What is there to do? Blah, blah. It's gonna eliminate all of that because you've already thought about that in advance. So this is number 1, because this is one of the most important productivity hacks that you have to have. You have to know what you need to get done. You have to know when your due dates are, know when you wanna do something so that you can plan to get it done in a timely manner. Number 2 is absolutely one of my favorites. This is to batch task, right? So put like tasks together. So I do this all the time. If I know that I want to film 8 YouTube videos, then I'm going to pick 2 days to film 4 videos on each day. If I know that I want to do 30 TikTok videos, so 1 video a day on TikTok, I'm going to pick 2 days and film 15 videos per day, 1 hour each day. If I have an assignment due at work, I'm going to take 1 day to do multiple assignments, even if that due date is further out for different assignments. The point of this batch tasking, it will allow you to avoid having to switch different mindsets or switch your mind from something that's like video recording and getting in the mood to record a video to something that's more intellectual, like working on a case or reading a case brief, to something that requires, research. So maybe like doing market research for your business, right? So you want to stay for as long as possible in the same mind, right? In the same mindset or in the same frame of reference while you are doing something, because it's going to allow you to be more productive. And that's why, for me, if I'm doing something, I would much rather sit for the 3 hours and get it done than to break that up over like 3 days and do an hour each day, right? And so that's what you have to try to do, is batch tasks, because that's going to allow you to be more productive and accomplish more things in a day, in an hour, in a week than someone else. And I'll give you another example here. If you want to record one TikTok video, one YouTube video, and you have an assignment due for work because you work full time, instead of taking 1 hour and doing a 15-minute YouTube video and then doing a 5-minute TikTok video and then switching to the work task, instead of doing that in 1 hour where you have to constantly switch, you could have just spent one day and accomplished your work, all of your work tasks for, the next 2 days or whenever that due day is. Take another 2 hours the next day and done all 4 YouTube videos for the entire month. Take another day or another 2 days, another 4 hours, however many hours, and record all 30 TikTok videos for the entire next month, right? So this type of batch tasking will allow you to approach your task with the same mindset, with the same frame of mind, so that you can accomplish things quicker because you're not having to squiggle between different things that you're doing. Number 3, believe it or not, it's 8 hours of sleep, right? So if your mind is rested, your body is rested, you are going to be more productive during the day. If you are waking up groggy and you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing this, and then that becomes a consistent frame of reference for you, or that becomes a consistent thing for you, then you're just not going to be as productive. Also, when you are rested, it's easier for you to accomplish things. You get it done better, you get it done quicker, and you get it done in a way that you are more likely to be proud of. So make sure that you're getting that 8 hours of sleep, or however many hours of sleep you and your body personally needs. This next tip may not be too popular, but you need to limit your access to unnecessary people, okay? If you are really trying to hit this next level of success and increase your productivity, you cannot be a yes man. You cannot say yes to everyone who comes to you and wants to do something. You can't say yes to every single opportunity that isn't aligned with who you're trying to be and where you're trying to go. You can't just say yes to everything. You have to know when to say no. If someone comes to you and, for instance, they want you to go to a party, but the party is a weekend party in another state and you really want to work on your business, and if you're going party in another state, that's actually going to take you out for a full week, because then you're going to have to recover and then you're going to have to come back and focus on work tasks or do whatever it is, then you're going to have to learn to say no, right? So really not only limiting your access to others, but also prioritizing, right? So this is that 5th aspect. This is that 5th thing that you need to be doing, is prioritizing your tasks. So when you're thinking about, but Sephora, how do I know when I do YouTube, or how do I know when I focus on social media, versus how do I know, or how do I create time is maybe the better thing. How do I create time for social media? How do I create time for my full-time job? How do I create time for all these different things, my business that I have going on? And if you don't know, I have a business, I work full-time, and I do social media. How do you create time for all of those? Well, one, I'm telling you in this video, but the other thing is also to prioritize, right? So I kind of just gave you this overview in the beginning. If I know that I have a deadline coming up for work, then I would know when that deadline is months in advance, or at least weeks in advance, so I can plan for it. So what you're doing is you're prioritizing your tasks and accomplishing the highest priority tasks first. So for instance, if I know that I want to post a YouTube video next week and I don't have a work assignment due until 3 weeks, then maybe today I'm going to do the YouTube video, and in 3 days I'm going to do the work assignment, right? So prioritizing, and obviously that's a very general and more broad example, but really prioritizing to where you are only approaching things, or you're approaching things in the order that they need to get done, so that you don't feel rushed, right? So again, when you're limiting your access to others, you're also allowing yourself to prioritize the task that needs to be prioritized. The last thing that you have to do is set boundaries, right? Set boundaries with yourself and set boundaries with others. So when it comes to setting boundaries with yourself, if you say you are going to do something, you need to do it, right? And if you don't do it, then you need to reschedule with yourself so that you can do it. When I say I'm going to record, when I say I'm going to turn this assignment by this day, when I say I'm going to work on my business here, when I say I do it. Okay, if you want to be more productive, make sure that you have this outlined, and make sure that you have the discipline to get these things done. Make sure that you are saying to yourself, okay, on Friday, I'm going to edit these papers. And if I don't edit these papers on Friday, then I can't do XYZ. That is going to make you more productive because you aren't feeling like you have a million other options in the world or a million, like so much time in the world to get it done, because that's the biggest enemy to productivity, is thinking you have all the time in the world to get something done. Oh, I have all the time in the world to start that business. Oh, I have all the time in the world to start social media. Oh, I have all the time in the world to do this. So if you stop thinking like that, you will start being more productive. Start setting those boundaries with yourself so that you can start achieving on a higher level. If you guys implement these tips, then I promise you will be more productive in your everyday life, your personal life, and in your career. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my personal social media channels at Sephora Gray Esquire. That's ESQ for short. If you're in law school or starting law school, you can get law school coaching at Topping the Curve, and social media is also Topping the Curve. I will see you guys on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.